Dear friends, on the feast of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, let's explore this beautiful and ancient belief cherished by Catholics worldwide. Mary's Assumption. The Assumption refers to the moment when Mary, the mother of Jesus, was taken up, body and soul, into heavenly glory. Although the Bible doesn't explicitly mention Mary's Assumption, it does allude to its possibility. Remember Enoch and Elijah. Both Enoch and Elijah were assumed into heaven. The book of Genesis states that Enoch, who was Noah's great-grandfather, lived a holy and faithful life, walking closely with the Lord. Enoch did not experience death. After 365 years on earth, God took him. Elijah's Assumption is described in the second book of Kings. The famous prophet was taken to heaven in a chariot of fire, a moment which left a lasting impact on biblical history. Early Christian writings like the Transitus Maria depict Mary's peaceful departure from this life. The Transitus Maria, also known as the Passing of Mary, is an ancient apocryphal text attributed to Saint Melito of Sardes, a bishop who died in 180 AD. Here's what it says about Mary's homegoing. The apostles gathered around Mary's bed. Her divine Son, Jesus, and many angels were present. Mary died naturally, her soul rising to heaven in their company. While the Transitus Maria isn't part of the canonical scriptures, it reflects the deep reverence and love for Mary within the Christian tradition. Saint Epiphanius of Salamis, who died in 403 AD, also addressed Mary's Assumption in his work, Panarion, also known as the Refutation of All Heresies. Although he chose not to definitively judge the events of Mary's passing, his writings indicate that belief in her Assumption was already widespread by the end of the 4th century. The absence of relics or Mary's body also illustrates the early church's conviction that she was assumed into heaven, body and soul. The tomb of Mary near Mount Zion in Jerusalem was a sacred place. The Church of the Dormition stands on Mount Zion, the highest point in ancient Jerusalem. Christian tradition identifies this location as where the Virgin Mary died, or fell asleep, as the name suggests. However, when Emperor Marcion, who was the Roman emperor of the East from 450 to 457 AD, requested Mary's relics, none were found. It was concluded that her body had been taken up into heaven. Early Christians firmly believed in the holiness of Mary's body. Mary bore Christ. She nursed, cared for, and followed him. It was fitting that the flesh that gave life to God himself should never undergo corruption. This belief was officially proclaimed doctrine in 1950 by Pope Pius XII, when he officially declared the Assumption as dogma. In his apostolic constitution, Munificentissimus Deus, he proclaimed that Mary, the Immaculate Mother of God, completed her earthly life and was assumed body and soul into heavenly glory. By the way, the Assumption is not the Ascension. It's crucial to differentiate between the Assumption of Mary and the Ascension of Jesus. Jesus ascended to heaven by his own divine power, while God's grace assumed Mary. In summary, while the Bible does not explicitly mention Mary's Assumption, it is affirmed through tradition, papal authority, and parallels with other biblical events. As we celebrate the Feast of the Assumption on August 15th, let's honor Mary, the woman who said yes to God, the one who points us toward heaven. Have a blessed day.